Okay, back again. Where was I? Right, I was in Dartmouth. Um, so yeah. Oh, look at all those hits. I suck. Where's I going? No, no,
Whispers its location to the
no.
bearer whenever a map is open, allowing wanderers to pinpoint their current location.
Okay, so I think I need to get into Forgotten Crossroads. There's a couple things that I need to do there. Crystal Peak, Crystal Mound, or the resting grounds. I need to open up the bottom half of the resting grounds. To do that, I need to go from the village at the bottom of Forgotten Crossroads over, and then I need to get into the city. The City of Tears. That's what I was looking for. From the City of Tears, that I can expand out to the Kingdom's Edge. The... What's it called? Abyssal Basin? Abyss Basin? I keep thinking of the Abyssal Woods from Shadow of the Erdtree, which was probably my favorite area of shoot, what was it called? The Lands of Shadow. That's it. That's it. I don't know. I just like dark things. I like it when things are dark. I know people find that incredibly weird, but I like dark things. I am sitting in a dark room. I have curtains on my windows. I want to get blackout blinds for my windows. I do not like bright. I like darkness. And people think that's weird, but that's just what I like. Anyway, I'll also need to beat the Moloch at some point. So I'm thinking I need to go mainly to City of Tears and open up the second half of the open up the second half of the resting grounds, and then explore the City of Tears. Try not to get my face caved in there, and then I'm thinking maybe. After I do City of Tears, because there's also the Royal Waterways, I should probably get Double Jump at some point. But Double Jump, but getting Double Jump makes the Crossroads infected. I like little pitter patter of the knight's feet, which is a bit of a pest because
Slow, hardy creature. The crystals that grow on its back provide extra protection from foes above.
Large and well protected, but slow and docile. The bugs of Hallownest used to force these creatures to carry around their carts and machines.
Feeds on crystal dust and uses crystallized spines to protect itself from danger. Fires shards of fast-growing crystal at intruders. Discharges searing beams of light from the crystals on its back as it crawls around, seemingly unaware. Remains of a bug drawn to the crystal peak for its precious crystal. Its claw pick now doubles as a fierce weapon. Assumes the shape of a harmless creature to lure prey. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior. executed for crimes against the king.
A life defined by tragedy and triumph. A death marred by sorrow and regret. A spirit burdened by sins and memories. Better to wander the world than be cursed with glory.
Okay. Yes, that's what I need. But I need to get double jump at some point. Oh, hey, Zero.
Eh? Pale thing. You use these old lines? Pathetic. A real warrior carries himself to combat. He has no need for such convenience.
Sure, you... Yeah, no. I mean, if you talk to any soldier whatsoever and you give them the choice between carrying their 80-odd pound rucksack, plus all their other associated gear, including their weapon, on a 15-mile march to go from where they've been dropped off to the place where they need to go, or to get into some sort of transport and be driven there for, like, I don't know, 13 miles and then walk the remaining 2, they're gonna pick one option, and it's certainly not going to be the one that that involves a lot of what's the term? Hoofing it. I mean, this is the whole point. But this is the whole point behind the U.S. Army's ISV, the M1302. People criticize it because it literally just looks like a metal framed dune buggy sort of thing with 9 seats. And they call it not an armored vehicle. And no, it's not armored, but it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be something that you can load onto a Chinook with 9 guys. Or more accurately, you can load... What is it? I think it's 2 of them onto a Chinook. And with a total of 18 guys. And then you take them, you land the Chinook like 15 miles away from wherever they need to go. You can drive the ISVs out, and the 18 guys can pile into the ISVs, drive 13 miles towards the objective, get out, throw a camo net over the ISVs, go do whatever they have to do, come back, get back in the ISVs, and then drive to extraction. It's either the ISV or it's walking. You're an idiot.
Leave me be. It's the arena I seek. I've already wasted far too long on these cursed roads. Leave.
I see another takes rest upon the bench. There's something unpleasant about that one. But a stag station's doors are open to all. If he requests passage, I'll offer it gladly. My duty as a stag far outweighs any personal distaste. It was a long time ago, but I remember when these highways and crossroads pulsed with life. These are the paths I first carried passengers through when I was young. Those travelers are long gone, yet still...
Okay, so... I think this is Menderbug's house, and if you kill him, you can get inside, read his journal, and basically discover how terrible of a person you are. No, I didn't mean to do that. Salubra! What do you got?
You want to wear a lot of charms, don't you? This
Uh,
is a special item for those who love charms.
you only need 6. 8. Long nail, lifeblood. I can only pick up steady body right now. Ah. ND and Salubra shop. Proceed to headbutt some idiot. This knight is able to jump a significant portion of his own body. Okay. Alright, fine. Is able to jump a significant portion of his own body height. Like several times his own body height. I don't know what these vessels are made out of, but it's like... Well, I mean, they're made out of void, but it's like... Nuts. Oh. Hi, I just talked to you.
Nyah, what a calm place. It's action I want. Vicious and deadly battle. This serenity is a bore. So peaceful. So dull.
You know, I just realized how much he sounds like Squidward. Hang on. Ah. Nuts. I think it died on contact with the water. Ew. That's just nasty. It dies on contact with the water. I love that they put a special effect for when you Crystal Lake over the water like this. Yes, I like using Crystal Dash. How could you tell? Anyway, come over here. Jump. Apparently you can, like, speedrun. Okay, I didn't actually think I'd be able to manage that, but apparently you can speedrun strat the lever through the floor. Oh, those guys. I think they have 170 health. They also hit for 2, 2 masks, like that. Ah. I need to stop running into this guy.
Defend. Not welcome. Kill. Keep out. Defend. Protect the city. Kill. Keep out. Protect the city. Protect the city. Keep out.
Well, at least they pay well. And I can't get in there until I have, Desla Dive. There's a lot of things I can't get until I have Desla Dive. Did I get the, hang on. Did I get the... No, I did not get the Elegant Key. Alright, fine. Well, that's 3. It should take 5. There we go. Alright, well, I guess... No, I should find a bench first. Elevators. I had completely forgotten about that little surprise attack. Trying.
You want. Stay back.
I was wondering why I was hearing marching noises. Well, there's something shiny in there, so I'll have to...
You smell poor. Kill you. You smell poor. Kill you. Stay back. Stay back.
I just want to dream now, you. Calm down. I'll kill you later. No, well, that's a bit of a moot point. Alright, fine. You know, I realized that... Oh, where'd you come from? Well, that's not what I wanted to do, but... I realized that part of my problem, actually a rather significant portion of my problem, is that I run into enemies, and thus do contact damage to myself, and I need to stop doing that. What's down here? Money is down there. That's a wall. That's an idiot hanging on a wall. Bench. Map. I do not have a map for this area. I do, however, have a map for the resting
Animated
grounds.
remains of a Hallownest sentry. Still retains some memory of its former task. With animated remains of a Hallownest sentry. Still retains some memory of its former task. Animated remains of a large Hallownest sentry. One of few in Hallownest strong enough to wield a great nail. Flying sentry of Hallownest. Patrols the heights of the vast cavern in which the city was built. Winged sentry of Hallownest, equipped with a nail lance. Charges at threats or throws its lance from a distance. Former member of Hallownest's High Society. Limited offensive ability. Former member of Hallownest's High Society. Although made aggressive by the force inside, old instincts still occasionally compel it to run from danger. Former member of Hallownest's High Society. Uses its corpulent body as a weapon. Animated remains of a great sentry, the most elite of the city's guards. Wields a great nail and shell. Its powerful attacks cause heavy damage. Placid but putrid creature. Holds rancid eggs within its gut.
Okay, so points to the people who made this mod. You can tell the narrator is uncomfortable just talking about this thing. Okay, well that's a lot of money. I think you're supposed to be able to get up here. It's either up here or it's the other one. And I think it's this one. But without... I'm not sure if it's doable without double jump, though. Oh well. Summon the, taxi.
Little one, we stand in the King's Station, named of course for the King of Hallownest, he who ordered the building of the stagways and stations. The King never rode the stagways himself, but I've heard he was a glorious buzz to behold, bright and radiant in visage, so much so it hurt to look at him. Eager to
I might need double jump for that. If I go down here... Yeah, it is the, Come here, stupid. Hey, I got essence for that. Ah, nuts. I thought you used to be able to dream mail those folks. Here we go. Now we're cooking with chlorine and trifluoride.
Isn't this a cozy hole? I've been venturing about the wilderness beside here, and thought a moment's break was well called for. The landscape's all rather serene this side of the city, though the inhabitants are as ferocious as ever. Judging by this wall, the city's folk seemed hesitant to build further into these caverns. I wonder what kept them at bay.
Where's my desk wet? Is there a xenomorph above me? No, unfortunately, there's not.
Judging by this wall,
I mean, right now I'm wearing a shirt with a xenomorph holding a human skull. I love it. I thought you could... I thought you could, cast spells off of walls. I want to hit you some more. Come here. No! That's it. Is that what I get for abusing the local wildlife? I don't know, I guess. Ah! Asked it again. Anyway, this is not part of the planned trip. So I need to get back on track. Well, you look pretty dead, so...
Champion.
Not you. Ah! Private chest. Come on, turn the other way, Tubba. No. No. Well, he's dead now. Oh, that was a nice payday.
A door with a simple lock.
I'm coming back. Ah! Yes, I fully understand that failure right then could have very easily have led to death. Ah! Maybe I should stop playing with fire and actually get something productive done. Ah! Fire. Ah! More fire. just force that guy into a corner and then proceed to bully him. Well, I failed at that. I'm gonna try this just a couple more times. I don't want to spend the entire video doing this. I just want to see if I can manage it. Well, kind of. Oh, well, I'll wait. I'll wait until I have double jump like you're supposed to get up there. You know, it is kind of sad that they fall in the water. Because you can't, oh, cutscene! It's you! I thought I stabbed you in the face.
Again we meet, little ghost. I'm normally quite perceptive. You I underestimated, though I've since guessed the truth.
Are you sure it's the truth?
You've seen beyond this kingdom's bounds. Yours is a resilience born of two voids. It's no surprise then you've managed to reach the heart of this world. In doing so, you shall know the sacrifice that keeps it standing.
Well, kept, more
If,
likely.
knowing that truth, you'd still attempt a role in Hollowness perpetuation. Seek the grave in ash, and the marker would grant to one like you.
Are you supposed to be Scottish? You sound vaguely Scottish.
Memorial to the Hollow Knight. In the black vault far above, through its sacrifice, Hallownest lasts eternal.
I mean, I'm honestly hesitant for the whole,
Shards
like,
of an ancient mask.
lasts
worn to
eternal
protect
bit.
oneself from harm. Collect one more to strengthen your shell and protect yourself from damage.
The whole last eternal bit doesn't really seem to be going down too well. Ow. No one likes you.
Have you brought me another nail to be honed? Leave it on the ground and return later. If you're still breathing. Oh, I thought you were someone else. After a nailsmith, are you? Well, you found one. I'm not much for talk, but if it's a nail that needs repair, then you've come to the right bug. Your own nail is in quite a sorry state. It's obviously not one of mine. Still, anything can be refined with enough effort and skill. Even that broken blade. If you'd like, I can reforge your nail. It'll make the blade far more deadly.
So here's the thing. A number of bosses, including Mantis Lords, which I've already fought, will actually have their health increased depending on the level of your nail. This is why spell builds in Hollow Knight are just a little bit broken, because if you're only using your nail for gathering soul, then you kind of want it to actually do low damage so you can gather more soul per enemy. And then you roll in with the massive spells, the Shade Souls, the Abyss Shrieks, the Descending Darks to actually do the damage. Now this applies to a number of bosses, including the Mantis Lords, which I already beat, Hive Knight, Grimkins, Grim, Crystal Guardian, which was that dude sitting on the bench with the crystal on his head. I'm gonna come back for that one later, but I want to try something. Dung Defender, which is exactly what it sounds like. And oh yes, and all of the Dream Warriors all have their health increased depending on the level of your nail. And the Husk Sentry. That's the only common enemy that has its health increased depending on the level of your nail. It has a base level of 25 HP. And then that 25 goes up to 28 when you get your first nail upgrade. So instead of killing them from... Because the way nail damage works is your base nail does 5 damage. Your base nail does 5 damage, and then it goes up in increments of 4. So 5, 9, 13, 17, and then the final upgrade, your nail does 21. Now, the whole idea behind this, the bosses gaining more HP, isn't to make sure your nail upgrades don't actually do anything, because they do. You will be finishing a boss fight in fewer hits, but your nail goes from you basically a fully upgraded nail is doing like 4 times as much damage as a base nail. So, for example, Hornet, I believe it's Hornet Protector is the version in Green Path. Hornet Protector has 225 hit points, which means that using a base nail, it's going to take 45 hits to beat Hornet Protector with the base nail. But using the upgraded nail, it only takes... what? 10... 11? If memory serves? Yes. I'm pretty sure it's 11. Which just gives you an example. I mean, in early game, you go from 45 hits to only 11 hits. That's not much of a boss fight. So, I'm kind of tempted to actually not upgrade my nail here. At the same time, one nail upgrade may not hurt that much. Sure.
As you wish. I'll get to work then. There we go. The reforging is complete. I've honed your nail's edge. You'll find it much stronger than it used to be. Head out there and test its strength against your foes.
But the,
A traditional weapon of Hallownest, restored to lethal form.
But the Husk Sentries, they go from 25 health to 28. This, because if they just stayed at 25 health, you would be able to one-shot them with, you'd be able to not one-shot them, you'd be able to three-shot them with the nail upgrade. However, because they go to 28, it takes 4 hits. Like, see, if that guy had just did 25 health, I would have been able to kill him with 3. Okay, I can't go that way. So, I'm actually going to go up, because I need money. Ah, you little... Squirrel!
The capital lies before us, my friend. What a somber place it seems, and one that holds the answers to many a mystery. I too have felt the pull of this place, though now I sit before it, I find myself hesitant to descend. Is it fear, I wonder, or something else that holds me back?
Well, I mean, you are being sort of, what's the term I'm looking for? You are being called back to Hallownest as a sort of sleeper agent / backup plan by Monomon, who was your teacher, specifically, you were her pupil, and you're basically her contingency plan because she knew that the Hollow Knight wasn't going to be able to contain the Radiance forever, and that the seals would eventually need to be broken and the Hollow Knight would eventually need to be defeated. Or at least another solution would have needed to arise and the seals would need to break. And you're basically that backup plan. So, as for whether or not that is making you hesitant to descend, I have no idea.
The city looks to be built into an enormous cavern, and the rain pours down from cracks in the stone above. There must be a lot of water up there somewhere. I suppose if the cave roof stayed strong this long, it should hold for us.
Yeah, I've actually
Before
seen
I leave
it.
this kingdom, I'd like to see where all that water comes from. What a sight it must be.
Yeah, we've already seen it. It's called the Blue Lake. Although, if the water is coming from the Blue Lake, raining over the City of Tears, and then flowing into the Royal Waterways, which presumably is dumping out into the Kingdom Edge, like, okay, so the water is moving somewhere. How is the water flowing into the Blue Lake to begin with? Because eventually, theoretically, because this is just how things work, the Blue Lake would eventually run out of water and it would stop raining. So is there another source that's getting water into the Blue Lake? I don't know.
If you look down from here, through the rain, you can just make out those twisted sentries, their husks still stuck in endless patrol. I'd be cautious around them, my short friend. Their training will not have been forgotten. This city presents some formidable foes. Isn't this a wonderful spot for a rest? I so love the sound of the rain upon glass. Isn't this a...
Oh yeah, I benched, so of course he'd respawn. Maybe I should just get more aggressive. Or, you know, you could just pogo on them. Called the stupid elevator. Jump. I missed. For some reason, I can't... For some reason, I have it in my mind that all of those winged sentries are female. Just double tap that idiot. Come down here. Right. And then go into Lem's shop.
Aye, aye. Come searching for rare items, have you? Well, hands off. This collection is mine, and I won't be selling to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you come across many interesting items in your travels. Maybe you would care to part with some. I'll offer fair trade for each. No touching the antiques. My stock is not for sale. Still, if you've managed to come across any interesting trinkets during your travels, I may be willing to trade. Step over to the counter here and I'll see what you've got.
Velmi.
These journals give us an interesting glimpse into the minds and hearts of those who lived before us. They're a common find, so I can't offer you too much for them. These ornate seals were official symbols of the king and his knights, and were treasured by those who carried them. The king and his knights are long gone, but the seals still hold value as curiosities. I'll pay a modest price for them. An icon of Hallownest's king, who was revered as both a god and a ruler, made out of a mysterious white material. These are rare and very valuable. If you'll sell it to me, I'll pay a good price.
Now you can sell stuff to him.
There is a forgotten history in this kingdom's antiques, though few seem willing to look. Others come just to claw away at the cracks and ruins. Huh. Scavengers and thieves. It's contemptible.
I love the way the VA said that last line.
Admiring my shop, are you? Well, I'm no squatter. This place was dead empty when I moved in, and there's no one left alive who'd lay claim to the tower. If you fancy yourself a domicile in the city, go find somewhere else. Preferably in another building.
Grumpy
I'm
one.
well content with just my relics. I'm not after neighbors. We've talked enough, I think. Relics need cleaning, texts need deciphering. Out with you. This isn't a museum. We've talked.
Okay. Now here comes the interesting part. Wrong way. Wrong way. Ow. Well, I'm away from El Grande Smasho over there. Where'd you get that other lance? So that means that I do need to go this way. I think it's if you have dash slash, you're actually able to reach that. Oh, hi. Yay for gauntlets.
Isn't this a change from those twisting natural caverns? The rain does cast something of a sadness upon it all, but the architecture is simply splendid.
I like rain,
Charting
thank you
such
very
a
much.
different space is quite the challenge, though one I've eagerly undertaken. Perhaps you'd care to purchase a copy of my achievements so far? We've both come far to reach this grand place. While I'm about these buildings, I must remember to collect a trinket or two for Iselda.
I recommend a nail. A big one. I think she'd like that.
We've both come far to reach this... to chart the world. What joy! If only Iselda could share the thrill. To chart the...
Well, at least he cares about his wife. I think that's a rendition of the map I haven't been in yet. Although I do note that the stag station's already marked, which is kind of amusing. Even though I'm pretty sure I haven't actually been there. Lem, Neil Smith. The bench with Quarrel in it. Meanwhile, I am going to go unlock another stag station. And talk to this idiot.
Hoy! Watch where you're going, you soggy vagabond! I don't want you splashing me. I have had a miserable time trying to keep dry. I am Zot the Mighty, a knight of great renown. If I decide that I'm going to stay dry, then that's what's going to happen. Curse this wretched city. Water and monsters constantly fall from above. It's no wonder this blasted kingdom fell to ruin. Have you seen them? The guards who still patrol this city?
I've killed a
even
number
after
of them.
dying? Being overly devoted to one's duties is no virtue.
Depends on the duties.
Have you seen them? And,
Wow, you suck. Cool, I'm gonna need that. Ah. Okay. Yes, I'm terrible at basic platforming, even as simple as this. What's in here? Oh, one of those trees. Okay. Now, I can do this sneakily, but I kind of need health. Well, no, okay, so I'll do this sneakily. And then I'll go get health. This isn't the Operation No Witnesses, this is the, I mean, there weren't any witnesses to begin with, but I don't mind smacking a few people. Or killing a few people, rather, not just smacking them. What's this? Vessel fragment? Vessel fragment. That's going to be very useful. I knew I heard more things walking around. Actually, you know what? No. No. It's probably gonna be faster if I go unlock the stag station in the city storerooms, and then I take the stag up to Dirtmouth, and then visit Grubfather that way. And then, it's probably going to be faster if I get this stag station, go up to Dirtmouth, visit, and then go back in, visit Grubfather. And, go back in, visit Grubfather, and then go and I will, however, have to go back to Lem, which will be fine.
Many stag stations have been opened. Again, I can travel the breadth of this kingdom. So many grand thoroughfares and old sideways I'd forgotten. Somewhere amongst the lines lies the Stag Nest, the place where I was born and raised. I'd thought its location lost to my failing mind, but now I can almost remember the path. If you keep opening stag stations and beckoning me through them, perhaps I'll again find that nest. Ah, I would like that very much.
This, I think, is the game telling me that I've opened up half the stag stations. Right now, I'm trying to think of where the other half are. You've got one in Deep Nest. You've got one in Queen's Gardens. You've got one in, let me think. Deep Nest, Queen's Gardens, Ancient Basin. Ancient Basin was the name. I don't know whatever I said before, Abyssal something other, but it's actually Ancient Basin. Is that it? Deep Nest, Queen's Gardens, Ancient Basin. And then Stag Nest is in Howling Cliffs. That might be it.
I remember this station well. A common trip it was. Goods from all over the kingdom were transported here. Not a lot was sent back the other way, though. Eager to travel the...
Lem is all the way down there.
You know, I think it's going to be easier to go from King's Station to get to Lem that way.
So I will go to King's Station, get to Lem, and then probably sell one of the King's idols. Because I need to get to Sly to get the elegant key. No, I don't want you. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, sure. Okay. That was the wrong direction. Thing was just bound and determined to become my problem, wasn't it?